Greetings, YouTube. Welcome to a book-related video. So I found a posting on Tumblr. I don't remember where. And it's just an image, and it says, pick any two capsules. And there are 8 capsules to pick from. And the capsules are, 1, travel instantly to any bookstore anywhere. 2, have an extra 2 hours every day just to read. 3, be paid $150,000 a year to work in a library. 4, remember everything you read word for word. 5, bring back 2 authors from the dead. 6, write a best-selling novel. 7, give everyone on Earth the book of their choice. And 8, you own your own bookstore. Now, I will admit that number 4, reading remember everything word for word was tempting. However, I think that would clutter up my brain in a way that I don't need it cluttered up. There's the book still exists. I can always make a reference check. Okay, I don't necessarily need to carry it around. And I mean, I carry around like 370 gigs of written material already. I did my phone. I don't think I need to carry even more, pico gig, pico bytes of information in my brain. I don't think I need that. Bring back 2 authors from the dead is also tempting. However, as I think all of us have discovered, pretty much every author has problematic things about them. And I can, for example, enjoy the works of Lovecraft because Lovecraft's dead. And giving support to his works isn't financially financially, benefiting him in any way. He's just a historical figure at this point because the man was deeply, deeply racist. Something I didn't really think about when I first read him. So there would have been a stage in my life where I would have said, yeah, bring Lovecraft back. But he was a little freak, and he was a deeply, deeply racist man. So I'm not sure I think that that would have been a good choice. So I fear that bringing any author back from the dead, you could be bringing things with them that are problematic that we know about, or even more things that we don't know about that are problematic. And we have enough problematic people here in the real world already. I don't know if I need to bring 2 more back to that particular, cohort. So I just didn't choose that one. Own your own bookstore. That's also interesting. This kind of been always, I think anybody who's a reader has always had a dream of owning their own bookstore at some point. But bookstores are notoriously hard to keep going. It's not a business model that succeeds easily. Some few folks can make it work, but you're never going to be living in a situation where retirement's going to be easy. So while the dream of owning your own bookstore is always there, it's kind of a wistful, kind of make you smile, cozy little bookshop of your own. I I don't think it's a viable way to look at the future. And I say that as somebody who's 60, looking at a future that I may actually get to retire someday, and what my life will be like after that. Um, Working at a library, I know nothing about libraries as far as their operation, really. And I would be very bad at that. Even if they gave me 150K a year, I wouldn't last long because I don't know how to do it. So my 2 choices were 1, travel instantly to any bookshop or bookstore anywhere because that's instant teleportation. You will get me close to where anywhere I need to be in the world because there are bookstores everywhere. It just says bookstore. It doesn't necessarily say what type of bookstore. So there are, college bookstores. Boom, college campus anywhere in the world. There are comic book shops. There are religious bookstores. And then, of course, there's your secular bookstore, which is what most people think of when they think of bookstore. So that's instantaneous teleportation to anywhere. And that is a power I've always wanted. And this gives that to me close to exact targets. And that's awesome. And then the second one I chose was write a best-selling novel. Now, I can't write worth a damn. If you ever seen anything I wrote in like read something I've actually written, I tend to write in short, choppy sentences because being autistic, that's how I think, in short, choppy sentences, apparently. Um, but if I could write a best-selling novel, there's money in them thar hills. And not only does the novel itself generate some, because you've got the hardcover sales and you got the paperback sales and you got the ebook sales. Um, but being the modern world of the 21st century, you've got movie and then television rights, series rights. So do a movie based on the book you sell, which you know is best selling. Um, and then you wait a bit and then you give the rights to a series. And that's a lot of money between those three things. And it's a passive form of income. Then you don't have to do anything about it ever again. Now, I'm never going to write a second one because I can't write. But if this thing magically allows me to write one and it's best selling, when they say best selling, I would like to think it was a really big seller, like one of the ones like one of the ones that gets uh, picked up and it just buzzes around the world, gets translated into 30 languages, that kind of thing. Um, so not necessarily the most popular book in the world, but something that's right up there, something that's going to be in the New York Times bestseller list for like 100 or more weeks, something like that. Um, Something that will pretty much never go out of print because there will always be people that want to have it, want to see it. Um, I think that would be pretty cool because then I could not have to work because once I got the movie rights, I'd make sure it was enough money that I would be set for life. Because you can't retire on a single book when it comes to income. Books don't generate that much, even if it's a best-selling one. They don't generate as much money as a lot of people think they do. Um, I understand that, but once you get the movie rights and then the series rights, all set. I don't have to worry about working ever again. Now I can teleport anywhere I want to, and now I have a passive income that leaves me quite comfortable. Maybe even a chance to build my dream home. Um, I should talk about my dream home someday. So yeah, that's what I do with that particular thing. I've rambled on long enough about this. So of those things I've just read, uh, which do you find most interesting? And I'll read them down one more time. 1, travel instantly to any bookstore, anywhere. 2, have any extra 2 hours every day just to read. 3, be paid $150,000 a year to work in a library. 4, remember everything you read word for word. 5, bring back 2 authors from the dead. 6, write a best-selling novel. Or 7, give everyone on earth the book of their choice. And 8, own your own bookstore. So of those particular uh, options, what would you choose? Again, I've chosen the bookstore, teleportation, and writing my own best-selling novel as my options. That would be 1 and 6. So let's talk about it, and you tell me what you pick.